The third tool I'd like to talk about is ubersense.com. When I talk about ubersense.com, this is probably the number one app that I use in my classroom and with my students. The reason why I chose this is it provides instant feedback to my students as well as myself, reinforcement of what I'm trying to teach, as well as giving them a visual of what I'm trying to teach, and it allows me to also chart and show their growth. The main audience for this would be my students. I guess I could also share this with other coaches, but when I talk about UberSense, I really am only sharing it with my students. And then the IST standards I'm looking at, one, from the teacher standpoint, is this promotes student reflection using tools to reveal and clarify their understanding. Shows that they understand what I'm talking about and that they're able to apply it with their motor skills. And then the second is S4B on the students, where they are planning and managing their activities, which is the movements I'm trying to teach them to develop a solution or to actually complete the movement that I'm asking of them to do. When we look here at ubersense.com, and it is on the internet, it is a little bit different than when it's in the app form. And so I just wanted to show the internet form here as well to give you an idea to where if you wanted to download this app to try to play with it a little bit more on your iPad or iPhone. Normal login, ubersense.com, create login and password. I'm not going to share that with you, sorry. And I only pulled a few videos up here. As you can see, these are older ones. And I usually use this for teaching of mainly squat form as well as some of the Olympic movements that we use in our class. But you can get the idea that there's I've only got a few here, but when it's in the app form, I've got a full library, probably of almost 1,000 video clips. What I like this is this allows me to chart it by their name. As you saw, this one was Charles Moore. I also had the ability to share this video with him if I wanted to through email. So I will do that with students where I'll film them. I sometimes will try to do it every 6 weeks so we can talk about the technical aspects of their movement. But really, this is just a basic motion capture software where I can use this with the student. I like it in the app form because I will actually throw it up onto our projector. We have an Apple TV that we use. But I can use it on the website version. It's not as efficient, but obviously I can use this with the young man and explain to him, that right there is not the depth that we're looking for. And if I slow it down, we can see that he does improve the depth that we're looking for on our squat. Again, there's a lot of things that we talk about: knees behind toes, weight in the heels. That one was way too high. Push the knees out, drop the hips. And this version, again, as I've said I think multiple times now, not as efficient as the app version. The app version, you actually can pause. You can come over here. You can get some tools for drawing. You can actually draw a hip, knee to hip relation to see what the depth is. I like this from a coaching standpoint because I'll film a kid, pause it, show the class, and go, hey guys, this is what I like to see. I like the fact that I'm teaching a kid. I've got a young man that's watching. You can tell right here I've got a young girl that's over here, and she's working on her Achilles and calf flexibility with our slant boards, which is some of the things that we're trying to do to improve motion on our kids with some of the FMS that we do with our students. So I can just even try to use it as not just I'm coaching with this, but while I do this, I also am observant of what else is going on in my classroom with what I want my students doing. I really would suggest that you take a look at this through the app form because through the app form, as I said, I can pause, I can draw lines. I've used it with our physics instructor as well because you can actually put lines on the barbell which will measure the distance that the bar goes, the path the bar goes, and then that actually we've used to do some formulas in regards to bar speed, force. When we start talking about measuring the acceleration of the bar, weight on the bar, the mass, we can actually calculate force. So it's created also a nice little cross-curricular tool, which sometimes in the physical education field, that can get difficult when you start talking about cross-curricular between, across the spectrum of some of our core courses. So I really suggest take a look at UberSense. There's a couple other ones like Coach's Eye and things like that, but UberSense I've been a pretty big fan of from the convenience as well. So thank you.